Greetings, commanders. This is Pagan Horde, and we are looking at 45 in the Stackpole Crew's mostly misadventure. Now, please do some YouTube stuffs. Any buttons will do for a little small channel like that who's putting a lot of effort into making this happen. Thank you. So, what's next? What is next is that we're still trying to just equip this Stackpole Crew as best as possible. Because we are at the awkward spot right now that without mechs being optimized, not doing quite well. And we need to punch through this difficulty ceiling by optimizing our mechs and by getting our pilot to 1010 before we can truly move on in terms of difficulty. Right now, our bandit and golems are carrying us, but our mechs are, well, target practice pretty much. So, Commander, in order to do that, I went back to the pirate planet because of a Goobalot. Because surprisingly, the loot of pirates have been really impressive. We spotted quite a few times the Bobcata, or the Battle Crow unique archer, as well as the Anu. The reason I'm really interested in these guys that they're Morrigan C3. Compatible with all types of C3 network, which is another project that we have to do. We have to get a C3 network going to have efficient mechs. So by capturing 1, 2, or even 3 of these Morrigan that can fit any type of network, we're opening up our future to whatever we can find. Either it's Nova CEWS or regular C3. Both these are gonna work everywhere, so we're giving ourselves option. Is why I'm interested in getting some of these. So back into the planet where there's a lot of pirates, and let's see what we can find. I mean, we don't have a lot of funds, but go 312. Let's see what we can get. 315 is not worth it. 3 more random. So let's get almost 2 million. Now the Mad Dog, has the Mad Dog been fixed? Not quite. Yeah, I don't have all of that ammo to fix him. This is the thing, we're trying to optimize our mech and we're trying to move forward, but we keep taking losses at the same time. It's an awkward spot where rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. We do have a potential 3 golems now. That should help. Training her into a new bandit overcraft pilot. There we go. That should be still carrying us for a little while. Catapult burnt. Gonna try out the Tempest headshotting. And we're gonna give ourselves a wee bit of mortar support. Might even bring out the Jess as well. Was piloting the Jess. Not sure, but I can give it to our main character because his main mech is still in trouble as well. And he can, well, he's immortal. If the Jess explodes, we're gonna be fine. Alright, so we're gonna go that way. See if we can make that happen. And I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, going into the 14. Let's see if we can make it happen without taking damage this time.
Command interface initiated.
And the Mad Dog got really unlucky. Those things happen, that's where you need On top of supplies, you need a lot of spares for when stuff like that happens. It's getting a bit grindy, mech, in the mech category. So, alright. Alright. What are my options? I think we're gonna try and take the high ground here when approaching this thing, so we're gonna land right here. Dude, what do you got? There, Legend Killer. Roughneck Risk. Brutal Machine with the Risk Hag. Okay. Another legend. Anzu. Right.
How might I help?
Sure, we're gonna have a lot of golems
Standing
to
by.
juggle. An initiative to juggle. There's more in the back. Halos. Marshall. Chaparral. A Hellstorm. Okay.
Standing by. Waiting for the right play.
Aye, aye.
Sure, Tempest. Tempest.
Roger.
There is a Tempest in me.
Right here.
Our mortar will go back a wee bit in
All on ass.
the forest.
I'm ready.
Bandit. I believe the bandit will go.
Good to go.
Let's go.
On the move.
Get that evasion going.
Copy that.
I'm here. All right, but I'm ready to go.
Braver. Daka will stay up here.
Copy. What can I do for you?
So will the Bolt.
Going turbo. What's up, boss?
The burnt. Burnt.
Copy that. Full speed.
Last but not least, for bandits. Okay.
So?
To 21. Oh, that's a silver bullet.
Reporting heavy damage. That was a heavy hit, Commander.
And these guys,
My armor's in
pirates
bad
are full
shape.
of risk weapon.
You have orders?
It's just weird. Right, I can wait. It's gonna be a bit of a golem juggling.
Waiting for orders.
Catapult can have a go.
On my way.
Standard at 69. Standard. Ah, better on the rifleman? Yes, indeed.
Affirmative.
AMS.
Orders.
Tempest.
Roger that.
Let's go. We have them in a nice crossfire, so even if I miss the first one, I have a good chance of hitting the one behind. I started that.
Roger.
Not too shabby.
Reporting.
Hitting.
I live to serve.
Okay, first bandit. Now, this bandit, I have to check the initiative of the BA inside. The initiative is at 13. So if I assume the position behind something at 12, I'll be able to fire before it moves.
On the way. Double time.
Something like a roughneck risk is a good choice. Those
Yes,
things are
Commander.
dangerous. It's gonna be a bit of shuffling like this to get right person, right position. They can fire before the thing moves. Right, Typhoon LRM.
Not much armor left in
That.
that location.
I want that.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, we have some Order action.
Move order received.
Guided at 783 on the rifleman.
Got it.
Oh, right ahead. Very decent damage. All over the place, but very decent. Okay, Hellstorm, we can completely ignore that. 14-14. I go behind a 12. I will be.
Move into position.
There we go.
Roger.
Gotta be this fellow, right? Chaparral. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Ah, there we go. First. Or a.
Got it.
Very nice. Sadly, not a kill.
That hit something good.
But he is regretting his life choices right now. Yeah. Those are good hit on the burnt.
My armor's getting stripped off.
Commander,
Bandit primed, and I will charge you.
move order
Finish
confirmed.
off this fellow, please.
Firing all weapons.
Thank you.
Target neutralized.
Okay, some inconsequential LRM.
What's the plan?
The plan is.
Locking on target.
I think that's a good plan.
That's a kill. Ready.
Alright, so we need to get out of the Arrow 4. Oh, that's the Nova Cat. Nova. You have options. This looks fine. Hit chances are not the best. But you can give it a try.
Good to go.
Alright, Burnt has to get out of Arrow. Okay.
Going
Like
full
that.
throttle.
And why don't you get rid of said Arrow? There you go.
That's a kill.
You've been Orion. Third. Yes, the Jess will stay behind.
Aye, aye.
I will keep pestering that Rifleman Legend Killer until something breaks.
Say goodbye.
There we go.
That was a critical hit, lad.
Last but not least, it is a said Legend Killer. Reasonable hit on the Jack. Jack doesn't have much evasion to
Commander,
keep him out of harm's way. Sadly, this one does not have
I'm
angle.
receiving you.
Okay,
Roger.
that was the first round. More initiative juggling in the
Commander,
future.
roger that. Standing by.
What is a T? Talos.
Hey there.
Why don't we go introduce ourselves to said Talos? 'Cause I don't want to get hit again by that silver bullet Gauss. Risk Gauss. Which is a fine weapon that I don't say no to
Yes,
salvaging.
Commander. I'm here.
Here, for sure. The initiative of the armor 13. So if I get behind something that is initiative 13, I might miss it. Let's join the Talos, making sure that thing is dead.
Welcome to my Alpha Strike.
What do you need?
Farewell, Tempest.
Confirmed.
Got the Legend Killer in your sights. Your PPC appears to be running a wee bit hot in a hot environment. You do have two of them. Right, it's been a while since I used Enhance Image. So, Let's fire only one this time.
Roger that.
Enough.
One less target.
So the Tempest is working out. Even if right now I don't have enough resolve to headshot ability, this is a fine feature.
Locking in all weapons.
Pinpoint damage. 3 weapon pinpoint damage accurate.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so mortar.
Position confirmed.
What are my options? My options... Anzu, I think. Switch 2 to standard. Bad? Not bad.
Target's taking a critical hit. I'm black on AC2 ammo.
Okay, no problem. Typhon is doing his
Holding.
thing, though.
Receiving you. On my way.
Braver, you got him. Oh, not doing.
Aye, aye.
That's another mech that we need to improve.
Moving out.
It's not going to be very efficient until we get
Targeting for an alpha
proper holistic control
strike.
system.
Awaiting orders.
Pretty hard to
Have no doubt.
optimize mech and
That would
need
be a
to.
kill.
Alright, sure.
Standing by.
There we go. Hi. How are you doing?
This should be good.
Not dead.
That hit something good.
Okay, whiff there. Not dead. Ow.
Commander?
Well then. May I introduce you to more death? Pirate Rack 2.
Critical hit, Commander.
Pirate Rack 2 with Typhoon LRM is kind of a nasty combo. Scratch is there, we're fine.
Waiting for orders.
So you said turn around and smoke another artillery piece, I think. Yeah, you've been around.
Show them what you got. My mech is overheating.
My Mac is overheating. So Anzu, may I introduce you to more missile?
Or House Arano. That's
I hope
one
some
less
Typhon
target.
survived.
It's go time.
Reporting.
Orders.
Alright, Mr. Jess. Move as they can. You.
I am moving. in.
Is it worth it? 3-3.
Roger that.
You have orders?
Ready for orders. Receiving you.
Patience.
Awaiting orders.
Patience.
Order.
Yeah, lots of initiative.
You got it.
That's gonna be part of the thing. So I'm gonna keep shooting you in the back. Back. Back is already prepped
Receiving you.
for Golem visit.
Now let's see how you handle
There you
this.
go, already open.
Yes, Commander.
Yes, Commander.
There we go.
Roger that. Now let's see how you handle this.
Alright, I guess we got this.
Just in.
Just need to get that factory now and
Yes,
see
Commander.
what's going next.
Waiting for orders.
Cold fire. Do you add to the poor guy's misery? Not worth it. Just cool down and let the golems get the job done. They can move. Okay,
On my way.
there we go.
Here it comes.
Target's taken a critical hit.
Mr. Marshall, now would be a
here.
good time to leave.
What's the plan?
Let's be honest. You had your chance.
You shit. Let's get this done. Hostile removed.
You had your chance.
Standing by.
There. Very well, so I'm gonna make a little cut here until we can capture this and get the reinforcements. Not wasting your guys' time, and in a moment. All right. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. Got 4 new contenders here. Thunderbolt, Roughneck, another Roughneck Risk. Brian Stalker. All right. Here, we're gonna have to play the reserve game. These fellow have protection. And perhaps if we wait it out, they will not do too much damage. That's
Holding for
what happens.
tactical advantage.
Right? That's not much. Direct. On waiting.
I'll wait here for now.
More indirect, just a few scratches on the paint. One more.
Holding for tactical advantage.
Got your friend in the back more than me. I'll take
Reporting
it.
heavy damage.
Very well, our turns now. Most of our mechs will be out of range.
Got it.
Blackjack, however, can do its thing from...
Aye, aye.
Go.
Waiting for orders.
Patching the paint in return. And now, we're gonna send our killers.
Got it, Commander.
The Roughneck Risk will be my target priority. That thing is way too dangerous.
How's it going?
Can you reach the Stalker? Don't believe I can, so...
Confirmed.
Gonna be one of those two fellows.
Affirmative.
Good to go.
Tempest, you have an angle? You do.
Double time. Let's go.
Right ahead. That's very decent.
That hit something good.
I think we got a good one in the Tempest, guys. And for you, it's a Thunderbolt.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Good to go.
Cold fire.
Double time.
Could lay down some indirect, which, well...
Right, Commander. Standing by.
Last but not least, another out of reach.
I got
Alright, but let's get the real killing started. You, sir, will go for the Thunderbolt. That's the
Target
one.
down. Yes, Commander.
You, sir, will go for the Roughneck. Oh! Beautiful stackpole for us.
Target neutralized.
You shouldn't have.
Ready for orders.
And you, sir, as an Orion. Hey, the Orion survived.
Solid connection on that one.
Let's go.
Very well, Jess.
Aye, aye.
Fire on the Stalker.
Confirmed.
Get its attention.
Ready for orders.
Same thing for the
Okay.
Blackjack.
Full speed it is.
Gonna hit scratch the paint on my own vehicle, but it's not too bad. Did get a headshot
I'm your spaniel.
through that, which I was not expecting. I'm gonna be even more of an asshole right now. I'm gonna charge with our
Acknowledge.
point overcraft.
Rock'em sock'em.
Lock him, sog him. Because I can. Not even that practical. It would have been more easier to just shoot him in the back again,
On it.
finish it off. Just because it's funny, really.
Engage it.
Just because I can.
Ready for orders.
So, go.
Moving out.
Point.
Roger that.
And a knockdown. I mean, what makes the bandit and
Order.
golem combo even worse? When you charge with your bandit and knock everything down before they can take a shot.
On it.
Getting funny. Let's go for the headshot.
Sorry. Also show me your war face.
Get it? Pilot lethal damage. The first headshot of the Tempest.
Watch
There
the
is
lead level.
indeed a Tempest in her.
Confirm. Come on, people, let's make... How might I help?
I'm probably gonna rename that Mech Galadriel. Just... Okay, sir. That actually went quite well. By the book. Nice. There was a silver bullet Gauss on the board. There was some Typhon ammo. I'll see you guys in a moment. Success! 1.7-ish mil. What do we got? Didn't take too much damage on this one. Burnt got a wee bit of an alpha strike. He's okay. Tempest is working. Like it. Maybe just a wee bit hot in a hot environment. That's PPCs for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Visla. Yeah, that's on par for the course. Alright, so Anzu. Roughneck Risk. There we go. Hellstorm. Was a time that this would have been cool. Time. Aha. So that thing. 19-ton Hyper Assault Gauss. The recoil of 1 per shot. Damage stability falls off to 75% starting the value. 10% jam chance per shot. I mean, this weapon has a holy shit factor because if it's in range and fires everything, that's 360 damage. If, as the Spartan would say, if. But it is not practical, really. I would much prefer a Hag 40 that has none of the drawback. Here's the silver bullet Gauss. I'm taking it. Now the thing is with these guys is the heavy Gauss pot. It has a nice area of impact, and it can kill a lot of things in an area of impact, especially if there's battle armor. But it's the 20% misfire chance. Even with 10 gunnery, you have 10% chance anytime you fire it. Nonetheless, Predator is the ship that we have 0. MK2 is the ship in which we have 0. Our gunnery support in which we have 0. I'm gonna keep fighting pirates for a little while because these guys appear to be better armed than well, even the Republic. That's my choice. I hope to get some gunnery support. Regular AMS. That. Okay. That's... For 5 is always good. Alright, well, Silver Bullet, Predator, MK2. I will take that, and I'll see you guys in a moment. That's a wee bit more repair than I anticipated, but we're gonna be okay. I have a vision now of a Rifleman 3 with twin silver bullet Gauss. That could be fun. That could be quite fun. Alright, now one more thing we have to do in this episode. Besides getting some good salvage, of course. And I think I'll be fighting pirates for an episode or 3 if you don't mind, because it's working out really well for us right now. One thing that we have to do for the shits and giggles would be to test out the Scourge. I think I will do so in this battle right here against the government. I don't expect as much as good as a salvage here, but this being a 5 skull, maybe we can test out some stupidity with less risk. Now, Blackout will be limiting in terms of units. So the Jess will go. One of the bandit combo will go. And we're gonna go Death From Above. Now, who's our best pilot for said Shenanigan? That's the question. Might be you. I was preparing Gaki for maybe a lamb pilot with melee and evasion. Because he's the only one with... Do you? Do you have anyone with the gladiator background? You have Rolo here. Blackjack pilot. Or I could simply, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the doctor in. As a doctor with the square peg round hole is going to get the affinity, the 4D affinity of Geronimo. Thus negating a lot of the potential problem. Even if it's not the best pilot out there, he's gonna get the DFA stability and less self-damage. So, yeah, that's gonna be the choice. For now, at least. Until we can get a proper gladiator trained on the Scourge. For just testing purposes, square peg ground roll is gonna be the thing. Okay, I think we're set. Let's go do some stupid shenanigans. I'll see you guys in a moment. Sure, on this week's episode of the Stackpole Crew, we will find out if a minor royal pain can be fixed with a Death From Above. Find out. Dun dun dun! Cue dramatic music.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, sure. Do we have support lands? That's the first. That would be a wonderful no.
Coordinates received.
I love that.
Got it.
Honestly, the
Onward.
support lands and the blackout missions that are all over the place can be a real pain. We spotted some turrets.
On my way.
On my way. Confirmed.
I'm going.
That is probably going to trigger the thing because it counts its hits.
I copy.
And it's a trap. Sure. In terms of trap, we have... Alright. Gallow glass, that's an un... Hola. Okay. Okay.
Holding here.
So, patience is gonna be the thing.
Holding for tactical advantage.
We have good enough evasion with our golems. We don't really need to move other than wait them to get out of their protection. Especially if they keep targeting turrets.
Roger that.
No
Stand
sweat
by.
off our back. Well, that is a wee bit more.
Losing lots of armor.
Took a hard hit there.
I believe I can now
Confirm.
spread the good word. Our friend the Caesar here. Sorry, buddy. Nice. So this Nova Cat has perfect potential. It just needs to be more accurate. Alright, you sir go for the turret as well.
Reporting.
I mean, fine shot. Barely need to move the golem here. Wow, it's raining out there. Very hard.
Ready for
So
orders.
you, sir, we have a Scourge. The Scourge is too far away for Shenanigans, right? Right. So, let's just get closer.
Got it. Run, don't shoot.
You have enough weapons to make a dent somewhere. Huh.
Waiting for orders.
The Tempest. The Tempest will use the down Caesar to practice their headshot. After, of course, I turned it on. Getting back used to enhance imaging.
Roger.
You actually missed the shot completely.
I'm ready.
Not your best performance. Alright, so I'm gonna assume the position here.
Understood. Moving fast. Roger that.
Standing by.
Triceratops. Thank you, turret. Yeah, that sounds like a Calliope. Yup.
Standing by.
Go say hi to a
On my way.
stealthy bastard.
Giving them everything I've got.
Be hard to hit for now. And so luck will help.
I hear ya.
Gold fire. 30 here. Actually much better there.
Right, Commander.
Now that we have twin and LRM, perhaps we could switch our catapult and LRM. Especially we can find some more Typhoon. Enjoy, buddy.
Got it.
Typhon.
Critical hit, Commander.
Oh. Going down.
Commander.
Okay, so this is efficient round. No death from above yet. Emphasis on yet. Can I get the minimum distance here? So,
Affirmative.
not the best angle of attack,
Locking in all weapons.
especially if I miss everything.
No joy. Orders.
Nova Cat.
Affirmative.
I mean, the best target is, of course, the down mech.
Locking on.
I would love to finish it with the death from above if I can.
How might I help?
Dude, this is the point where I'm actually gonna wait for the Scourge just to see if we can get it done.
Yes, Commander.
19%. He's too far? Oh, come on, you can do it. Oh, you cannot. Alright. So for with the stealth one, it doesn't work. In melee mode?
What's up, boss?
Okay. Not yet. Not yet.
Engaging target.
weapon is a bit
That one's gonna leave a
lackluster,
mark.
to be fair.
Yes, Commander.
Tempest. The Tempest will attempt a headshot. Does.
Here it comes.
Close enough.
That
That's
is
a lot of nice battle computer there. Hey, go ahead with those towers.
Waiting on you, Commander. Uh-huh.
Best hit chance. That one
Hey, buddy. Behind you.
should have a sensor lock ready to
Taking
help out
heavy
as
hits,
well.
Commander.
Oh, really?
Ready for orders.
Well then. Tempting, but... And?
Spaniel. Now let's see how you handle this.
Yes, Commander.
Triceratops, be patient.
Roger that. Standing by.
Whiff on the turret. If they could sensor lock, it would...
You have orders?
There you go. My order is
Have
this.
no doubt it will be done.
Orders?
Okay.
Roger. Venting heat and stabilizing.
And a whiff. Bomb the turret. Third. Tempest.
On my way.
You have some reasonable hit chances.
Put one of them back.
Nice.
Awaiting
Tank. Not factor there.
Get this done.
Beautiful.
Tango down.
Good to go.
Alright. The Tempest, I'm starting to like you.
What can I do for you?
We check out the Scourge again.
Waiting
I mean,
for
because of
orders.
the stealth, it's going to be fairly difficult. That in 19% again. That's very low. But the pilot, this pilot is not as for piloting, so yeah.
Standing by. On my way.
When in doubt, DACA. Very well, so I'll make a cut here, get into the 2.5, and with a close range of a brawl like this, especially if it's an ambush, we're gonna get another occasion to try out the Scourge. See you guys in a moment. Alright, I think we're ready. Everybody's up here now. Let's stand one of the bandits. Oh. Blah, 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 blah. We have an ambush, which is what we wanted in that scenario. Okay.
Receiving you.
So, put the Scourge on up ahead, which can be dangerous if one of these decides with bombs and rockets. For example, exactly that. If this fellow just unleashes everything and makes a mech unstable, that can be a death sentence, especially if it follows up with a longbow. But we're gonna take the risk now because we want to death from above.
Moving to position.
Roger.
Put the other bandit ready. Okay, let's roll.
Okay, everybody.
To spawn protection ahoy, thus the waiting.
Holding. Forward
That's the
advance.
part that I hate. Can't do shit, can only wait until they punch you in the face and hope you can strike back without being dead. Medium rifle carrier. Did absolutely nothing. Then.
Waiting for the right move.
But the big one is the Igor. These bombs could really wreak havoc. Alright, so we have Commando, who is now in
What's up, boss?
fairly decent range of a death from above.
Commander.
only 27.
Ready.
Appears to be a very low odds kind of thing.
Acknowledged.
But if we were to make you unstable,
Scored a critical hit.
how can we indulge in our little fantasy? 50%. Well, I will do it anyway. Execute!
Firing.
Ah! I think it worked. That actually worked. Fairly decent damage. Oh, poor dude. And thanks to the quirk and the reinforced leg, barely unstable. So with a better piloting and better hit chance, this could be a thing.
I hear you.
Huh. What do you know?
Right, Commander.
Alright, now I'm gonna just fire on that one. There we go.
Did you see that? Did you see it? I'm receiving
Did we
it.
make a Death From Above build work? The answer is maybe. Still needs a better pilot, to be sure. Maybe make the Scourge a wee bit faster. Bigger engine, give up a wee bit of use. There's options.
Standing
There's
by.
options. Can get him some claws for the legs as well.
Waiting.
Here comes the bombs and the rockets, but thankfully he fired on a 10 evasion bandit, who it wasn't too bad.
What's the plan?
Well, you, sir, now have a beautiful plane in front of you.
Unleashing hell. It's go time. Target's taking a critical hit.
Bandits
How's it
against
going?
Igor. You, sir, will go say hi
On the move.
to the longbow.
Receiving you.
Braver. Can you finish the fire for the day?
Hell yeah. Mech destroyed. Ready for orders.
We're gonna go for the longbow as well. Ah, we can assume the positions.
Heading
Yes.
out. Full speed. Giving them everything I've got.
Oh, what a stackpole!
Enemy destroyed.
Because of course.
Ready for orders.
Well then. Good done for the round. Oh no, not turrets!
Good to go.
So initiative of the Scourge is 13. We have one more Death From Above before this mission. Enjoy, buddy.
Oh, it's on now. Reporting. Critical hit.
I can DFA a turret, right? Find out.
Copy that.
Go long range with you. And
Locking in. All weapon systems.
Core Commando is doing his best. Alright, now we can DFA a turret for 50 times 2. Not a lot of damage. 50 times 2. 60 for you. Is there a difference of is there a difference of distance for damage?
Copy.
Point. Still works.
Turret destroyed. Losing
Without being
armor.
unstable.
What can I do
Actually
for you?
works. But the question is, should we give it talons to do more damage? But that would reduce. Right now he has a reinforced leg. You give it talons,
When I
you
shoot
could do
you,
more
you'll
damage
take it and
potentially.
stay there.
But you would also damage your leg more. That's a good
Moving out.
question.
critical hit.
Yes, Commander.
Honestly, I'm just happy that it actually worked.
Confirmed. Let's go. Turret destroyed.
I'm ready.
What's one more stackpole between
Here
friends?
it comes. Alright, hit him hard now. Target eliminated.
Commander? Standing by.
Okay. The commando is the last one alive, wondering probably why is that, regretting his life choices.
I have one less.
Alright, well that was a fun one. It appears that our Death From Above build does work, but not that great of damage. Maybe we need
Mission
more
successful.
jump jet boosters. Let's figure it out. See you guys in a moment. Alright, 2.215. I'll take it. Take it. Everyone performed. Tempest is very nice. The Scourge is working. So improvements could be made. Maybe jump jets improve to help it jump better. And or slash and specialist slot for more jumping per pack. You let me know in the comments if you ever made a Death From Above build. How do you improve the damage? Is it more distance, more jumping power? Curious. So we got some bullet tanks. ATM 12. Gallow glass. Gonna disassemble all. What was the affinity of you? Gunboat? Witness me. That's actually stabby. Ooh, ATM 12. Do I need that? Back to risk. Freak LRM 15. There's a thing I'm still tempted to try. Have ammo to go with it? Got 6 of them. Alright. True, Streak LRM is now a possibility. Anything else? Arrow XL, do I even have one? I don't know of that. Is a useful item. Do that or some mag shots, which I don't have any. For the XL. So, Battletech, Commando, Gallo. Heavy explosive. I'll put them. PR medium, we have 6. RM 10. 10 is not that useful. Armor hardened could be a thing. Ammo AMS always good. Back to risk. Might as well to keep it with you. Alright. That was actually not too shabby. Alright, so we find it all 13 days. Problem. Now, before we go on, do we have the stuff needed to repair the Mad Dog? See. The Swarm, I don't care. I do care about the RM 20. I do have enough. Okay, maybe I can repair you. Need this. Omnipod lower arm. Good. Attachment. Artemis are good. Then 1, 2, 3. I think we are good. We're precious. Those are very precious. I don't think I'll bring back the swarm. It was fairly useless. But I will, if I can, do further cases. Make sure don't explode again. You do have a Nova. Which is what I would like to give everybody if we can find it. Perhaps when we are able to ally with the Ravens, we'll be able to get access to their store and maybe find a few. The perfect world, everybody would get that Nova. And how we would have an instant C3 network. In a perfect world. Yeah. So do we do something with you, Timby? I mean, we've repaired you. You're just sitting there nicely in our bay. As much as the Timby are good in the tabletop, when it comes to Roguetech, their massive engine 7.5 gives them only 25 tons of weapon space. Because you can take an Orion, take him down to 6.4 with a 320 engine, and then you have 45 tons of weapon space. With max armor. I'm not even at max armor right now. If I go max armor, you only have 23 left. So, the tabletop Timberwolves are monster, but the Roguetech, I'd rather have 20 more tons of weapon space. I mean, and we would have better quirks, like long-range sniper. Nonetheless, is there something we can do with you? Because you're kind of just taking space at the... Yeah, last time I tried to build you, I kind of ran out of ideas. I am at the same spot, with only 23 tons. You are a fast fellow, that's for sure. And that is goddamn useful. I still don't know. I might even just get rid of you. One thing I do want to check out before we move out. In terms of ammo and missile, do I have enough Inner Sphere LRM ammo? Horde of Artemis. Got some listen kill. Because there is one thing that I'm wondering. Our catapult is working, but it's not the greatest thing in the world. The ATMs are not serving us as well as I would hope. With the L7. So I am wondering. We're just making tests here. Especially since these things are hot. We're investing a lot in lots of ammo and heatsink. I'm thinking maybe of going twin NLRM 20. Are heavy. Sure. But are much more heat efficient. Minus 43. Yeah. Oh yeah. Minus 19 heat as it is. Okay. Now that we have more room, we could give you the beautiful XL that we just got. Now you have more space. Those are heavy. However, 13 each. We give up on the jump jets. Give up on the AMS. And make it work. Because could use some listen kill. Most likely to be targeted by AMS, however. Some dead fire. And you'll only be firing 40. So that's 3 weapon pull. Alarm double. That's almost 10. 7 or 8 weapon pull. Okay. Do we have enough room to Artemis you? Or it would not be compatible with this. Alright, so that's where we have to make the choice. One accuracy into evasion pip ignore. And that's just straight up 2. Artemis gives us 1 more accuracy than this fire control system. However, it needs 2 tons. This thing needs 0. 0 tons to be more efficient. Alright, well, we're gonna try it without Artemis. Try it an LRM 20. We're gonna give you double, listen kill, and then as soon as we have some Typhon, now we would be in business. You no longer need a jump pack booster if I took out your jump jets. What can we give you instead? Full shot? Don't need it at all. Nope. Don't need it at all. And then you have plenty of heat to use a laser AMS now. Let's give you that back. Trying to think of somehow to improve it further. We've reduced the mobility, that's for sure, without the jump. Don't really need anything else. Why not? Ah. That's why. Don't really need anything else for the last 0.5. Well, I can give you an emotional support laser. Joint. Alright, well, we're gonna try this out. Of course, this also would need potentially improvement. Does removing mobility, it was a good idea or not? That's to be determined. But honestly, the ATMs, they were not the best. And let's see, as soon as we find some Typhon acid ammo, that could be a game changer. So let's try it for now. We'll see if the loss of mobility is worth it. Okay, I think that'll be it for this one, guys. That was fun. We got our Death From Above mech working. Damage is... could be better, but we got it to work. And let me know what you think of the NLRM setup. Of course, it's still imperfect, needs ammo, Typhon ammo and all that. Potentially, this would be a good little harasser and LRM. Very good. So please do some YouTube stuff. Any buttons will do. Thank you for watching until the end. You guys are the true MVP. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.